All right. So let's begin with our class for today. So this is Weekend Talks session, wherein we will be discussing about trading psychology and risk management, and we will also be talking about how to grow small trading account. If you have less capital availability, still how you can make money and how you can grow your account gradually with time. Right. So we will be giving you out of my trading experience. I have. Written down some points today. So watch this webinar till the end, and you will be gaining a lot of knowledge out of this webinar. All right. So let's start with the webinar. So the before starting with that, let me just give you brief understanding about me. So regarding me, I'm a derivative trader and chief mentor at Elixir Learning. I have expertise in price action trading, market profile, volume profile, and order flow trading. I teach market profile. So that is our signature course, market profile course, which I teach to everyone. And I have got trading experience of more than 10 years, and we have got presence on Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you are not yet part of our other channels, you can definitely join them. Link will be shown to all of you in a moment, right? So that's pretty much about me. So these are some of our social platforms. First one is on Telegram channel, that is open channel. You can search for it on Telegram as well with the name of Elixir Learnings. And this is our WhatsApp number, 88514693999. At any point of time, if you wish to get to know about our courses when they are launching, and whenever you have got any general query, you can drop us your WhatsApp your messages on this number, and our sales team will definitely connect with you very soon, as soon as possible, right? And these are some of our links on Facebook with the name of Elixir Learnings, same on YouTube with the name of Elixir Learnings. Our website name is www.com Elixir Learnings, www.elixirlearnings.com, right? And blogspot is elixirlearnings.medium.com, right? So all the updates related to market, if at all we are finding out any good trading opportunity, then this is our Telegram channel. Definitely watch this channel, and get all the live updates related to stock market on this channel, right? So this is where we keep on posting all the free learning ideas related to market. All right. So let's come down to the next part. So this is key points. So these are key points that you have to remember when it comes to trading psychology and risk management. Write down, if possible, if you have a register, or take a pen and paper, use a classical method, write down all the points, and just keep these points in your mind when it comes to trading, whenever you are trading. If possible, I want one thing from all of you. If possible, take sticky notes, prepare, write down all these points in a registered as of now. But whenever you do trading, take sticky notes, write down all these points in multiple sticky notes, and just simply place those sticky notes next to your trading terminal. These points will definitely help you during live market, right? They will definitely help you out a lot, because if at all you will have a regular watch on these points, you will definitely get a lot of understanding, as well as you will get control on your trading. Maximum traders, they get a lot of losses in market. Why? Because they do not have self control, right? This is one of the biggest reason why people, they still keep on getting losses number of times. And even if they have very good technical analysis, even if they are able to understand what is happening in market at present, they know that prices are going to go up or prices are going to go down, but still they are not able to make profit out of the analysis that they have done. So the reason being is they do not have self control. So in order to get self control, I want all of you to write down these points on a sticky notes, keep those points next to your trading terminal, and just read them regularly whenever you are free, or whenever you have done a trade, you have executed a trade, just next to your trading terminal, if you'll be writing down these points, they will definitely help you out a lot. So the first point is, this is very important point: when you are wrong, accept it. When you are right, hold it. Are you understanding this point? Is there anyone who is not understanding English? Then I'll speak in both the languages at the same time. anyone who is not able to understand these points, let me know. आप अपने सवाल क्वेश्चंस पैनल में नीचे लिख सकते हैं. If you are in this go to webinar window only, you can simply write down in the just simply click on questions section and you can write down all your questions here, and I can read out all your questions accordingly, right? So agar kisi ko, if any one of you is not able to understand English, then I can use both the languages at the same time. So anyways, so this is first and foremost thing when it comes to trading psychology. When you are wrong, accept it. Iska matlab kya hua? What does it mean, right? When you are wrong is, it means that, for example, let's say I have done an analysis of a stock. Let's say that a stock, I have marked down certain resistance level of a stock, and this is, let's say, certain support level of a stock, and then after that the prices are currently hovering around these support and resistance areas. Prices, when they are going down, they are taking support around the lower level. When the prices are going up, they are taking resistance around the upper area, and then after that prices have, let's say, given a breakout, राइट इसके ऊपर प्राइस एक बार जा चुके हैं, प्राइसेस ने ब्रेकआउट दे दिया है इस एरिया में. नाउ एक बार यहां से ब्रेकआउट आ जाता है, देयर आर मल्टीपल पॉसिबिलिटीज. प्राइसेस कैन स्टिल कीप ऑन गोइंग अप एंड अप. दैट इज case number 1. Case number 2 is prices can immediately come back and keep on rotating around these lower price areas. That is second case. Case number 3 is prices can still hover around this upper price area and then give a shift back to either upside or on the downside. So possibilities are numerous, right? Possibilities फिर भी किसी तरीके से कुछ ना कुछ तो possibility हो ही सकती है. आपका सिर्फ एक ट्रेडिंग सेटअप था that you will be taking a trade on breakout, right? Let's say that you have created your buy position right at the breakout itself. The moment there was a breakout that took place, you took the position, you bought it, and you kept a stop loss below the last reversal level. That's it. It sounds logical, right? ये logical लग रहा है. It is completely logical because wherever the last reversal area is, you have kept your stop loss around that area and you have created a purchase, around this price, upper price. And after that, you are expecting the prices to further keep on moving up and up. But we don't know about future, right? हमें नहीं मालूम कि आने वाले टाइम में क्या होने वाला है. Whether my trade is going to give me profit or it is still going to give me loss, or it will stay sideways, doesn't matter. Ultimately what I have to do, if I am wrong, what I can do, I can simply cut my losses, right? And where can I cut my losses? This is my strict risk reward ratio. In fact, seasoned trader will always get to know once the prices are already halfway around hitting their stop loss. They do not wait for the hope for prices to again go back to upper level. Seasoned trader, they will always book their losses well in advance because they know that now this area is still not ready for further upside movement. The stock needs further rotation on the lower price level. That's why they will book their losses early, and they will let and wait for prices to give another breakout, right? Either on the upside or on the downside, right? Doesn't matter. So that's what you have to remember. When you are right, accept and hold the trade. And in this case, you were wrong, right? So why not you simply accept that you were wrong, that it was a real breakout. Simply just close your position with loss and just wait for prices to show some real breakout scenario, right? Maybe after that prices are going sideways, maybe prices can go further back to upper level, or they can give a dip, right? Let's say after that prices have given a dip and there is a huge volume on the dip. After that prices have gone back to upper level, retested this area. The moment they will be making a new low, why not create a short position here? And this is where you can keep your stop loss now, and you have taken your entry in this stock. Again, you don't know whether the stock is going to give you return, but you have taken a logical entry, right? And let's say that at this point of time you went right, prices started going into your direction, you are getting your profit. Why not simply keep on holding and trailing your stop loss as per risk reward ratio? So that's what you have to remember, guys. जब आप गलत होते हैं, most of the people, what they do, they are doing averaging. ये एवरेजिंग एक ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट है, दिस एवरेजिंग कॉन्सेप्ट इज सच अ बिग कॉन्सेप्ट which should not be utilized when you are running into losses, when your position is giving you losses, and you have not and you are simply averaging out your position just to get out of that trade, right? So that is what you have to remember. आपको average out नहीं करना है. Average out करने का एक अलग criteria होता है. I'll tell you that also. In fact, let's say that you know the same scenario. Let's say that this is the breakout area. You have taken a trade here, right? This is the area where you have taken a trade, and then after that you have kept a stop loss maybe below this point. This is your stop loss point, and after that prices have started going up, and then the moment prices are coming down, what you have defined is that you will do the averaging out, maybe in multiple prices, maybe around here, around here, around here, around here, so that your average price comes out to be in between this area only. And if you went right, then and prices again came down, let's say till this price, and if you went right, prices are again going back to upper level, you can simply you have got your further higher lots of position, increased position now you have, and prices will keep on moving further up and up. You can keep on trailing your stop losses accordingly. But let's say if the prices are going further down, you do not have to average out further. You can simply cut your position, because this was already a predefined stop loss and your maximum loss limit in any particular stock, right? So that's what you have to remember. Whenever you are taking a trade, hold the trades as per risk reward ratio, and just simply hold them as much as possible. Hold them, because if you went right, prices will definitely give you really good results, right? But if you went wrong, definitely you can cut your position as sooner as possible. That's what it means. These two points are crystal clear to everyone. ये points आपको सबको clear हो चुके हैं? Let me know, guys. Is it clear to everyone? All right. So let's come down to the next point, which is also equally important for you when it comes to trading. That is, stop focusing on running PNL. In fact, I have seen this commonality among many people, right? In fact, how many of you keep on looking into your profit and losses once you have taken an entry in a trade? कितने लोग हैं आप लोगों में से? I need honest answers. I need honest answers, guys. How many of you do it? Just simply keep on watching PNL rather than further analyzing what is happening in the prices after you have taken entry. How many of you do it? Right? So, okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses now. So anyway, see, I'll give you a simple explanation on this part, and you have to remember that focusing on PNL will never help you out. It will never help you out. Why? It will in fact change your trading decision also, right? So rather than focusing upon PNL, simply focus upon, I'll just give you a simple scenario. Let's say the same scenario only that we discussed just few minutes back. Let's say this was the level, right? And prices have given a breakout above this level. You have taken your entry here. Now आपने एक बार तीर कमान से निकल चुका है, आपने एक बार वो फायर कर दिया है अपना ऑर्डर ऑलरेडी. What you can do now? Can you stop the bullet? या फिर आपने वो जो एरो छोड़ा है, वो एरो के आप स्टॉप कर सकते हो? No, you cannot. So rather than focusing upon the path of that bullet or the arrow, simply focus upon whether that arrow is going right exactly on your pinpointed target or not. As simple as that. उसके ऊपर फोकस करना है. तो PNL का फायदा क्या है? There is no usage in simply thinking about PNL. If you have taken entry here, let's say prices after taking your entry, they are coming down. All you have to do is simply analyze whether this fall that is happening in the prices, whether it is simply a fake fall on the downside, or is it a real fall, whether the big sellers, whether the demand and supply scenario has changed or not. If the demand is still high, then there will be a very high possibility that prices can further keep on moving up and up, and you will further gain more and more profitability accordingly. But let's say that on this area there was very high supply that started all of a sudden taking place, and you have taken the entry at this price, right? After that, prices are going down. Why not simply cut your position? Because you never know what is going to happen. No one can predict what is about to happen in the market. So instead of simply looking into your current PNL, never ever change your decision. Simply change your decision based upon the analysis that you are doing on the charts. इसीलिए you must have seen, many of you must have attended my live trading session. Generally what I do, I do not look into PNL. I simply take the entry in Bank Nifty options. I simply purchase the option. After I have purchased the options, I simply close the window of my PNL. I simply close that window and I simply keep on looking into charts. I simply keep on looking into charts, where whether the charts are still running as per my entry or not, whether as they are running as per my direction or not. If they're running as per my direction, it is good for me to keep on holding. If they are not running as per my direction, why not? I should simply book the loss and close the trade. As simple as that, right? So ये चीज आप याद रखेंगे. Stop focusing, and it is not difficult for you to stop focusing on PNL. जस्ट एक बार एंट्री ले ली, जस्ट ट्राई इट वंस. एक बार ट्राई करके देखिए, ट्राई विद लेस क्वांटिटी, and simply just take the entry as per your analysis. And after you have taken entry, stop looking into PNL. Simply keep on looking into charts, whether the charts are reaching onto your target as per your defined risk reward ratio or not. Second thing is, बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है, many a times it happens that even if you are simply following by not looking into PNL, back of your mind you will still be calculating your PNL, right? So you also have to stop calculating that as well. Are you understanding this part? ये दोनों चीजें आपको नहीं करनी है. You simply have to keep on watching the charts, whether they are running as per your defined risk reward ratio or not. As simple as that. This point is also clear to everyone. Please say yes or no if it is clear. Okay, all right. So let's come down to the next point. Do your homework. Now, this is also very important point that you need to understand. Before entering in market, most of the traders, what they do, in fact, we should not even call them as a trader. You should also not call yourself as a trader if you are not studying the market before taking your trade, right? So in fact, always just keep yourself 1 hour after the market has got closed, or maybe whenever you are free after market hours, just simply see and analyze the market, that what can highly likely happen tomorrow, or maybe what is the possibility of move that can take place tomorrow, right? So you need a proper plan for the next day. If you have a proper plan readily available with you, then, and you have your contingency plan also readily available with you, then next day you will definitely be ready with trading. In fact, I'll give you a simple example. In the last trading session, I conducted last trading session for Bank Nifty, and in Bank Nifty I wanted to buy Bank Nifty above 36,927. But if I see the chart, right at the opening bell, first 5 minutes I saw very big volume on the sell side. Then I waited for another candle. I wanted to see the reversal to happen. Then after that, prices came further down. I waited again further. Then I saw that one green candle has appeared. I waited for the candle to start showing me reversal confirmation. There was no reversal. Prices again kept on going further down and down. So I simply closed the session within next 1 hour itself, because prices were not giving reversal, and my back study was basically only focused upon purchasing Bank Nifty call option the moment prices will be going above this level, right? This was my criteria. But I saw the live market, on live market basis, that market does not have any buyers sitting at the opening bell. Buyers are simply gone, only selling is happening. Then why not simply stop and do not trade at all? So yesterday, on Friday's session, although market opened at about 36,650 or something, and ultimately by day end prices have given a closing around 35,800, I did not take any trade at all, because my study was basically focused upon only creating a buy position. So if my scenario was not appearing, why should I look for taking a trade? As simple as that. So I also utilize these things for myself. अगर आज मेरा दिन है तो मैं लूंगा ट्रेड, अगर आज मेरा दिन नहीं है तो नहीं लूंगा ट्रेड. फोर्सिबली शॉर्ट पोजीशन के लिए I was not ready. In my plan on Friday, it was not written clearly that I should be looking for short position also, right? So if it was not written, so I did not trade. But many people, what they will be doing, if market is going down, they consider themselves as smart enough, they consider themselves as superior than the market. Knowingly and unknowingly, many people, they consider themselves as superior than the market. What they'll be doing, they'll start doing, creating a buy position in call option here, buy position on the further lower level, buy position on further lower level, and they are simply not understanding that market is having a selling spree right now. Why not simply wait if you want to buy? Getting it? So आपको अपना होमवर्क करना जरूरी है. Doing your homework, doing your studies, most important thing. And if the prices will start giving you entry, then take the entry. Definitely you will get the reward. Okay, now the next point is, always be rigid towards your rules. आपके जो भी ट्रेडिंग रूल जो आपने अपने लिए डिफाइन कर रखे हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव डिफाइंड योर ट्रेडिंग रूल्स फॉर योरसेल्फ? कितने लोग हैं जिन्होंने ट्रेडिंग रूल्स डिफाइन कर रखे हैं, और कितने लोग हैं जिन्होंने ट्रेडिंग रूल्स डिफाइन ही नहीं कर रखे? लेट मी नो गाइस, आई नीड some inputs. I need some inputs, guys. Okay, I have defined few. Great. All right. Okay. So you guys have, some of you have defined rules. Great. So it is good thing that you have defined. So be rigid in defining your rules. Once you have defined your rules, just show rigidity with your rules, in the sense that अगर आपने कोई rule, for example, if you have kept a rule that I will not be taking a trade, randomly, I'll be taking a trade only and only when there is a logic, then be rigid with that rule, right? Be rigid with that rule. Rule can be anything. Rule can be something like that I will not be trading after before 11 o'clock every single day. So do not take a trade before 11 o'clock every single day. Doesn't matter if the market is giving you big opportunities of entry, or it is not giving you any big opportunities of entry. You have already defined a rule for yourself that you will be taking entry only after 11 o'clock in the market. Then follow that accordingly, right? Be rigid on that part. It should not be any, there should not be any flexibility. In fact, whenever you have taken any entry and you have kept a well defined risk for it, do not update that risk to further lower levels until or unless you see a very big potential in that stock, right? Never ever change that. Be rigid on that part. If you are wrong, the same part. If you are wrong, accept it. If you are right, simply hold it, right? So that's what you have to define yourself for yourself. And we have to be very flexible on the expectation. Let's say that I have purchased a security at a X price, and I am targeting that at this Y price, I'm targeting that the security will be going then, and prices are already halfway around. I have taken entry at X price, and after that prices are slowly and gradually reaching around my Y price. I do not have to be highly rigid that I will be booking profit pinpointedly on Y price only. What if the prices immediately give a reversal and go below your X price? Why not simply start trailing stop losses in this X stock, on this X price? Just keep your stop loss above it and keep on trailing as and when the prices are reaching near your target. And in fact, once the prices have reached your target, then you have choices now, whether you can further update your stop losses, or you want to book your profit completely at Y price, or you want to simply book partial profit and trail rest of the quantity for further higher targets. It completely depends upon your choice. So here you have to be very much flexible on your expectation. You cannot be highly rigid on exactly this pinpointed Y price, that this is where I will be booking profit. If I went right, I should be booking exactly 1:1. It is not 100% right. And this completely depends upon, demand and supply scenario of market. Okay, so you have to be very much, well defined on this part. This thing is also clear to everyone. There are many rules that I have written here. These I have written, these are some of the most important points, common points. आपको सुनने को ये points बहुत जगह से मिलेंगे, but believe me, follow करने वाले लोग बहुत कम होते हैं. There are very few people who follow it, and those who are following it, they are definitely getting good returns with time. Okay, so I want all of you to start following these points. Okay, so now the next point is, before entering any trade, always calculate three important things, right? तीन चीजों को आपको कैलकुलेशन करना जरूरी है बिफोर टेकिंग एंट्री इन एनी ट्रेड, राइट? द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज रिस्क इन्वॉल्व्ड. कोई भी ट्रेड आपने लिया है, whatever trade that you have taken, in that trade you have to calculate well in advance that sorry, where is the next point? Yeah, you have to calculate well in advance what are the risk involved and whether that risk is acceptable or not. I'll just give you a simple example. For example, let's say you have purchased Bank Nifty 37,000 put option, right? Let's say you have purchased it at a price of 350 rupee, and you have kept a stop loss of around 50 rupee. That means at 300 rupee price you will be booking loss, and you have kept a target of, let's say, 400, that is 50 point, right? So 1:1, how much is the risk reward ratio? Risk reward ratio is 1:1, right? Let me just write down here, risk to reward is equal to 1:1. And now you have got one more thing, whether this risk acceptable or not. This will be acceptable, if at all your total PNL is not crossing your daily maximum loss limit. अगर आपने 350 पर आपने बाय किया है just only one lot, then how much is the risk associated? Just a quick calculation, let me know guys, आपका कितना लॉस होगा मैक्सिमम अगर आपका 50 पॉइंट लॉस बुक करते हैं एक लॉट में बैंक निफ्टी के. हाउ मच लॉस विल यू हैव इफ यू गेट 50 पॉइंट्स ऑफ लॉस? 1250. वेरी सिंपल. अगर यही सेम चीज अगर आप 4 लॉट्स से कर रहे हैं, तब आपको कितना लॉस होगा? यही चीज बढ़ के आपका हो जाएगा 5000. दोनों में डिफरेंस है, राइट? Both the things have huge difference. Now the difference is, on daily basis you need to know what is your average profitability on daily basis. आपकी on an average कितना profit आप daily basis पर कमा पाते हैं. If you are able to make more than 5,000 profit per day, then definitely you are good to buy 4 lots at 350 price, because you know that you have average earning more than 5,000 per day. Definitely 4 lots are good for you, and you can take the risk. If you will be getting loss, you will not be breaching your average daily risk taking capacity, and if at all the prices will be giving you profit, you will definitely be achieving your average daily profit making capacity. Okay, so that's what you have to define. But say at the same time, if you have never earned more than 2,000 per day, and you are still taking a risk of 5,000, then that is not acceptable. You have to go back and you have to look forward for either purchasing one lot, or you can look forward for purchasing 2 lots, right? 1 or 2 lots are more than sufficient. You have to change your number of lots. You have to change your quantity as per your daily risk taking capacity, and that's how you have to understand whether the risk is acceptable or not. 5,000 is not acceptable if your earnings are less. Definitely 1,250 is acceptable because your average earnings are less. So this point is also clear to everyone. You have to remember that risk involved is also equally important for you. Now, second part is capital involved. This is also equally important. In case of option these days, uh, Bank Nifty are definitely, their options, current week options, they are definitely, more than cheap right now these days. And everyone can afford these option purchasing. Even one lot is very cheap, so that's not a problem. But you remember that this rule you can keep for yourself, that the capital per trade that you are involving, it should not be crossing more than 30% of your total trading capital. 30% से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. If you have a trading capital of 1 lakh, then you should not be deploying more than 30,000 capital per trade. And remember that this is applicable only if you are taking one trade at a time, right? If you are taking multiple trades, then you have to reduce your 30% capital deployment. Try to follow this rule, that you can you can deploy only 30%, maximum 30% of your total trading capital. Let's say if you have a capital of more than 5 lakh or 10 lakh, in that case you can deploy your capital in a different manner. This more than 30% should be reduced further. आप इसको further reduce करके you can keep it around 10% or 15%, depending upon how much capital do you have, right? But it should not be, if we I'm just using 1 lakh as a 1 lakh as a base point, that if that I'm assuming that you have 1 lakh capital in your trading account, then per trade you cannot deploy more than 30,000, and this is the maximum limit, right? This is the maximum limit that you should remember. Okay, and the third important point that you need to know, ये चीजें आपको calculate करना जरूरी है guys. If you are not calculating, then problem will definitely be there, whether the reward potential is definitely there or not. Now this reward potential depends upon the technical analysis that you are doing for that particular stock. Let's say that as we were talking about this 37,000 put option, we purchased at a price of 350, kept a stop loss of 50 point, kept a target of 50 points. Let's say that Bank Nifty 30 was trading at that point of time, it was trading around 37,000 only, and Bank Nifty started coming down further and further, and there is more and more supply that is appearing in the spot prices. That means definitely you'll be getting your target achieved. But at the same time, you also have to remember whether before taking any trade, you have to remember whether the stock has a potential to go further down or not. Let's say this is the area wherein there is huge demand is appearing in the stock, or maybe put writing is increasing dramatically at this point of time. In that case, the reward potential will be lesser. So this completely depends upon reward potential, completely depends upon whether you are able to do right technical analysis for the stock or not, right? So this is what we also utilize for ourselves. For example, if I show you the daily chart of Nifty, I think I still have got those charts. Yeah, so this was the chart I'll show you. On this particular day, I created short position in Nifty. I'll show you which particular day I'm talking about. So this was the day when Nifty opened gap up and reached around 16,800 or 16. Yeah, this was the day wherein the moment I saw that Nifty is being range bound in the morning itself, and after that, the moment Nifty gave the opening range breakout on downside, I immediately created a short position. What was my logic? First of all, there was gap area that was available. I'll show you the intraday chart also. In fact, I can show you right now as well. मैं आपको अभी दिखा देता हूँ side by side, ताकि आपको यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा clarity साथ के साथ हो जाए, right? So so this was the day. Morning से Nifty gap up open खुली है, and prices are running sideways, and this was the candle which was carrying very high volume on the sell side, and prices have given opening range breakout. Prices further moved up till VWAP took rejection. The moment the prices made another low, this is where I created a short position. If I further मैं आपको चार्ट ये फर्दर zoom in करके दिखा रहा हूँ. This is what has happened on that particular day. Where did I create my buy position? In put option. So this was the point. प्राइसेस यहां से साइडवेज हैं, और ये एरिया को प्राइसेस ने ब्रेकआउट दे दिया है. प्राइसेस ने उसके बाद रीटेस्ट किया है, and then the moment prices made a new low, the moment they made a new low, this is where I created a short position. What was my stop loss? This was my stop loss. What should be my target? My target should be as per my risk reward ratio. And what was the risk? इतना सा रिस्क है, ठीक है, तो मुझे क्या देखना है, मेरा रिस्क रिवॉर्ड कितना बन रहा है, राइट, आई हैव टू सी वेदर द पोटेंशियल इज देयर और नॉट. सो यहां से लेकर यहां तक मुझे सिर्फ ये देखना है कि क्या प्राइसेस में पोटेंशियल है. आई कैन सी देयर इज अ पोटेंशियल. व्हाई देयर इज अ पोटेंशियल टू रीच माय रिवॉर्ड? बिकॉज प्राइसेस का ये अभी एक सपोर्ट जोन है, यहां पर एक सपोर्ट जोन है, दिस इज अ न्यू सपोर्ट जोन. And prices can definitely retest if there is more supply appearing in the higher price level. I can expect that prices can reach around 560. So that was my reward potential. Now what has happened? Let's have a look into chart further. Price further नीचे गया, मेरी डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है. I can keep on holding. This is my price point. मैं यहाँ पर लाइन एक खींच देता हूँ, right? So this is my price point. Price फिर से ऊपर गया, I do not have to do anything. Prices further नीचे गए, and this one big red candle formed. My risk reward ratio is already achieved. But now what I did not book the profit. I simply kept on holding the position as long as prices will be making further lower and lower low. I just simply kept on holding on to my position. And next candle also made a further lower high and lower low formation. I kept on holding it. Next candle also made a lower high, lower low. Next candle made a higher high and higher low formation. I waited. Next candle again inside bar. Next candle further lower low, I kept on holding. Next candle another lower low, kept on holding. और ऐसे करके मैं तब तक होल्ड करता रहा. इस पॉइंट पे मैंने एग्जिट किया है जब यहां पर 17,468 or something, this was the price point wherein I booked the profit in my Nifty put option. And in fact I have shared that in our group as well on that particular day, right? I have shared all the reasons and logics also on live basis, that this was the reason why did I create a position. So that was the thing, right? So you can utilize these things for yourself in trading, right? You can also utilize for yourself. आप इन चीजों को ध्यान में रखिए, आपको कैलकुलेशन पहले से करेंगे, it will always be better for you. Because if you will not be calculating, the probability for you to get the losses will still be remaining higher, right? Now the next point is always be open to any possible scenario. Don't be rigid on a unidirectional move, right? ये point आपको बहुत important है, याद रखना. I'll not be giving much of the explanation on this part because ये आपको सबको मालूम है. Market is market. We cannot predict what is going to happen. No one can predict that. But what can be done is basically once you have taken any trade, whether that trade is going to give you profit or not. Do not be rigid that once you have, let's say you have created a purchase in an option, right? Let's say you have purchased an option and you are expecting that this option is further going to keep on moving up and up only. But do not be rigid on that part. As I told you, explained you here, show flexibility in your expectations. That's what you have to remember, right? Be open to all the possible scenarios. There is still a possibility once you have taken entry, there is still a possibility prices can still keep on running sideways. There is also a possibility that prices can give a fall as well. So be open to every type of scenario. Do not be rigid on that whether the once you have taken entry, the prices has to go further up and up. Okay, this point is also clear. Now the next point is, since we do not know what is going to happen after taking entry, why to then keep on predicting in the market? As simple as that. You have to stop predicting and start following the change in demand and supply scenario, like the way we did the analysis on the same particular day in case of Nifty, right? This was the day wherein we saw in the first 5 minutes there was a good demand. In fact, I was telling all my students that there is a very high potential the moment Nifty will be giving a breakout above 688. In fact, I was telling all my students there is a very high potential that Nifty will keep on moving further up and up, right? And there can be a possibility for a trending day movement on the upside. But the moment this one big red candle formed, I changed my stance immediately. And that's how you have to be, be adaptive to the changes in demand and supply scenario. And this is where the huge supply started appearing. You can see the delta here. Delta was big red negative delta, minus 69,000 was the delta. And that means, and all the morning long position, all those long positions started getting absorbed. And that's where I made my decision that I'm going to go short in the market, right? So that's what you have to remember, guys. Change in demand and supply scenario, just simply shift your decisions as per the change in demand and supply scenario. How you can do? There is one thing which can definitely help you out, that is market profile, volume profile, and order flow. That can definitely help you out. If you want to know further about it, we have already mentioned everything in the all about it in the channel. In fact, I'll show you after these slides are over. I'll show you, right? So anyways, so and next point is, this is the most important point, guys. Start making your trading ledger right now itself. If you are trading in market and you are not creating your trading ledger, then you are doing one of the biggest common mistakes that 95% of the people who do, right? Why people lose money in the stock market? This is one of the most important thing, guys. You have to remember, if you are not creating your trading ledger, you are not understanding your strength and your weakness. You have to remember that if you know much better about yourself, then you can let your you can further strengthen your all the strong areas, and you can further improve your weak areas, right? And that's what you can understand everything by your trading ledger, right? And I'll show you some of the examples. In fact, our students, some of our students, they create these things regularly in the market. In fact, let me show you. Recently, some of my students, they regularly post their analysis in the stocks, everything. Just a minute, let me see if there was any nearby. So this was my P&L, profit and loss on the expiry day, 24,000. This was my profit, wherein I let the winners run. 21,000 was the profit in one trade, and there were three loser trade. And in these loser trade, I lost around 4,900, 2,000, and 235. But winner trade, I booked a profit of about 21,000. And there was one more trade, I think, in this call option, wherein I booked about 8,000 profit. So this was my expiry day trade, and let me see. I think Shubham keeps on posting all these, these studies. His ledger, he always keep on posting here. And this is our group, Telegram group, private group. I'm showing you the messages of our private group, wherein we keep on analyzing everything, right? So this is one of the ledger posted by Shubham, and this is what he has written. Purpose of this trade was, after the responsive buying, I did not jump and bought the call option as it was not convincing, so I waited after breaking value area high, came retest the point of control, so I bought 150 quantity and kept booking as I did not expected this sudden movement. And this was his screenshot, kahan par isne purchase kiya, what was his stop loss, what was his target. So this is order flow analysis that he has done, which is definitely helping out a lot of our previous batch students who are part of this group. Okay, now the next point is, you are the key to your success, guys. आपका हार्ड वर्क है, योर real hard work will definitely give you fruitful results with time. If you are doing hard work, if you are working upon your self improvement, then definitely you will get the success. Otherwise, no one can save you. Now you can take the screenshot of this risk management graph that I have made. This is a very simple to understand graph, which you can apply for yourself, right, when it comes to risk management. First point is, always plan your trade. Be planned when it comes to trading. आपको plan के अंदर दो part होना जरूरी है. First part is, your plan should always have a trading plan readily available, and it should also have a contingency plan. That means अगर आपका कोई भी ट्रेडिंग प्लान, फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कोई XYZ सिक्योरिटी में आपने एक्सपेक्ट किया है that above this level you will be purchasing that security, so you should be readily available with your trading plan. If you will be buying the security here, what will be your stop loss, what will be your target, and at which price you want to buy, right? This is what you have to define in your trade plan. A trade plan, you also have to define whether the risk associated is within your acceptable limits or not. And also you have to remember that you have to be ready with your contingency plans. That is, contingency is, that is worst case scenario. That is, the moment you have purchased the security, prices are going further up, next day let's say there was a bad news that came in the stock, and immediately the stock opened a 10% gap down. What will you do in that case? So be ready with these two plans. First one is the trade plan, second one is worst case scenario plan. You should be ready with that part. Then after you are done with your planning process, what you have to do, you have to define the risk and reward, whether the risk is within the acceptable limit or not, whether the reward is achievable or not. And if the risk associated are very high, they are not as per your risk reward ratio, then simply go back to another trade plan. Leave that stock. You do not have to take the trade in that stock. Simply visit to the next trading opportunity and see whether the risk associated are lesser in another security or not. Okay, now if the risk reward ratio, if the risk associated are acceptable and reward is also achievable, then definitely you are good to take the trade. Once the trade has taken, as I told you, stop looking into PNL. You don't have to look into the PNL. Simply hold and manage the position as per the trade plan that you created well in advance, right? There are two possible scenarios. Either you will be booking the loss or you will be booking the profit. Any one of the things that you'll be getting, right? If you will be booking loss, what you can do right after booking loss, do not jump into any other trade. Go ahead and create your trading ledger. Write down everything, that this is what I have done, this is where I purchased, that was my stop loss, this was my reason for stop loss, this was my reason for exiting, this is my target, and my target did not get achieved. What is the psychology that I'm currently that I'm having in my mind? What I should have done to improve my trade further, so on and so forth. Just write down everything in your trading ledger and then plan for another trade. If you have booked profit, then also you have to do the same practice. Create a trading ledger and then plan for another trade. This thing is clear to everyone? Please say yes or no. This is a very simple flow chart of a single trade process that you should do. If you will be doing your trade in an organized manner, I'm telling you, you will definitely this, just consider this as a profession, guys. Trading is a profession, and do it professionally. Okay, do it professionally and you will definitely get good profit, right? Do everything in a highly organized manner. Plan the trade, see the risk. If acceptable, take the trade. If not acceptable, plan for another trade. If once the trade is taken, just simply hold and manage the position as per trade plan. And then after that, there are two scenarios. Either you'll be booking losses or you'll be booking profit. Once any one of them get achieved, just simply prepare the ledger. Spend your time on preparing the ledger. Just even during live market, it is always advisable. Even during live market, if you have booked the loss, do not jump into any other trade. Straight away spend some time on creating your ledger. And once you have created your ledger, this will help you out in two things. One thing is, it will help you to cool off during live market hour. Once you have booked the loss, let's say that I have created a position and I have got the loss of about, let's say, 5,000 in that, it will be little bit difficult or digest for me, right? I can also do revenge trading by simply jumping into another trade. Rather than simply jumping into another trade, why not I should divert my mind and straight away start looking for creating a proper ledger. This will help me cool off, and this will give me some time to calm myself down and then look for another trading opportunity. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Have you all taken the screenshot of it? Good, great. Now let's, so यहां पर सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आ जाता है, हाउ टू ग्रो स्मॉल ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव लो कैपिटल अवेलेबल? कितने लोगों के पास कम कैपिटल है? How many of you want to grow your trading account which is having less trading capital? All right. Okay, many some of you definitely have less capital. Okay, so less capital ke liye you have to remember, guys, if you have lesser capital, that means you cannot do random trading. You have to remember this part. If you have less capital, random trading is a big no to you. You have to be very much calculative when it comes to trading. जो आपको यहाँ पर फ्लो चार्ट मैंने दिखाया है, simply follow that. I can definitely assure you, if your technical analysis is good, definitely you can grow your account even with 10,000 capital, even with 5,000 capital also. In fact, people can, those who have got good trading sense, those who have got good trading psychology, they can grow the capital, they can grow their trading account even with 1,000 capital also, right? I have seen people who have grown their trading capital even with as low as 300 rupee also. 300 रुपए के साथ भी लोगों ने अपना ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट ग्रो किया है. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि पॉसिबल नहीं है, एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल, वेदर योर माइंड इज एक्सेप्ट. अरे सर शुभम, ठीक है ठीक है, वो दैट वाज दैट आई डोंट वांट टू शेयर, आई विल शेयर इट सम अदर डे. About me also, I have also seen a phase wherein I was left with only 500 capital in my trading account, and still I was able to grow that, right? So हर ट्रेडर के लाइफ में फेजेस आते हैं. आई ऑल्सो हैड दैट फेज. मैं लॉन्ग टाइम बैक I was left with only 500 rupee in my trading account, but still I somehow I planned very clearly. So I know the value of this growing small trading account. I know this is very important, and you remember that I'm just telling you out of my experience. You have to be very much calculative. You have to take very less number of trade, but these trades should be highly logical and highly accurate. Accuracy you cannot guarantee, but logic you can definitely guarantee, right? So keep it logical and follow these trades with the risk reward ratio. You'll definitely start increasing your profitability with time. So here are some of the few points that I'm going to tell you. The first point that you have to remember is be consistent in everything. This is one of the most important point. Be consistent in terms of, एज आई एक्सप्लेन यू, आज की स्लाइड के सारे पॉइंट आपको फॉलो करिए. ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी 80% रोल प्ले करती है. ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी व्हेन इट कम्स टू ट्रेडिंग, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल दे डू नॉट फॉलो the strict rule for themselves. They do not show their consistency in market, and ultimately they keep on losing their capital. Their hard earned money keep on getting further reduced. So you have to be very much consistent if you want to grow your small trading account. You have to be very much accurate. And the point that I have told you just few minutes back, that is, come trade low, take less number of trade, but those trades should be highly efficient, right? Hold them as per risk reward ratio, and properly create your trading ledger once you have taken the trade, whether you'll get the profit. And also remember, per day you keep a rule of 3x. Either you keep a rule of 3x, keep a rule of 2x, or you keep a rule of 1x. What is this rule of 1x, 2x and 3x? That is basically related to total number of trades that you can take in a day. या तो depending upon, if you have a very small capital available, then you can follow only 1x rule initially. That is, आप एक दिन में सिर्फ एक ही ट्रेड ले सकते हैं. या तो इसमें आपको प्रॉफिट होगा या फिर इसमें लॉस होगा, और इससे ज्यादा आपको ट्रेड नहीं लेना है, राइट? इफ यू हैव little bit higher capital available for you, you can keep a 2x rule and you can take the trade, and you can take maximum 2 trades in a day. एक दिन में आप 2 ट्रेड ले लीजिए, और उससे या तो दोनों में आपको प्रॉफिट होगा या फिर दोनों में आपको लॉस होगा, या फिर आपको एक में प्रॉफिट और एक में लॉस. यही प्रोबेबिलिटी बन सकती है, इससे ज्यादा तो हो नहीं सकता और कुछ कॉम्बिनेशन नहीं हो सकता है, राइट? किसी एक में या तो आपको, या तो दोनों में प्रॉफिट दोनों में लॉस, या फिर किसी एक में आपको प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा, राइट? सो आपको you have to define your trading like in this manner, right? And third thing is 3x rule. That means if you have further higher capital, then you can also take 3 times trade in a day. But remember that attach logic with every trade that you are taking in a day, right? So you have to remember this part. Be consistent in everything. Do your study. Whatever the points of trading psychology and risk management that I have explained just few minutes back, that risk management flow chart that I have given you, use that, do the risk management, follow that, and definitely you will start getting your profitability further higher. Then third point is deploy not more than 30% of your total available trade capital. This thing is also clear. 30% ka rule I have also explained you few minutes back in this slide also, that if you have, I'm assuming that you have 1 lakh capital, but if you have less than that, you can also keep your 30% rule availability for taking any trade, right? छोटा ट्रेड लेंगे प्रॉफिट तो उसमें भी होगा. Now also remember, if you want to grow your small trading account, you also have to define your goals. That is macro goal as well as micro goal. Macro goal के अंदर आपको ये लिखना है that within next 1 year, what is the capital that you want to, let's say that you have 10,000 capital, इस 10,000 को आप 200 ट्रेडिंग डेज के अंदर 200 ट्रेडिंग डेज के अंदर कहां तक पहुंचाना चाहते हैं? 10,000 से आप 1 लाख बनाना चाहते हैं इन 1 ईयर, या यू वांट टू मेक इट 2 लाख, you want to make it 3 lakh, 4 lakh, whatever you want to make it, you have to write down that your 1 year goal, how much capital, whether you want to make out of total capital availability to you. Next thing is, what is your micro goal? In order to achieve this, let's say 1 lakh goal, आप ये 1 लाख का गोल आपको अचीव करना है 1 साल के अंदर और 10,000 के कैपिटल के साथ, तो उसके लिए आपका माइक्रो गोल क्या होना चाहिए? पर मंथ, per week and per day. मैक्स प्रॉफिट आपको पर डे कितना चाहिए? और मैक्स लॉस आप कितना बुक कर सकते हैं पर डे? What should also be your average profitability per month? These data, these statistics, you have to write down for yourself and then start following. Understand your strengths and remember that these goals should be realistic goals. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने इसको unrealistic कोई भी figure डाल दिया and that figure you are aiming to achieve within very short span of time. That then definitely becomes highly unachievable thing. So just remember that you have to define macro and micro goals, and they should be realistic in nature, and define annual goals, and define micro goals to achieve those annual goals, right? And also remember that whatever you are doing to achieving your macro goals, there should not be any fund withdrawal before macro goal is achieved. 1 साल का अगर आपने अपना गोल अचीव किया है, तो आप अपने अकाउंट से पैसा तब तक नहीं निकालना है जब तक आपका वो गोल अचीव नहीं हो जाता है. If you are not doing that, see, it happens with many people. In fact, first what they do, they immediately start removing their capital out of their trading account, and at one point of time, sometime they find out that their account is not growing properly, and they get a lot of depression out of that as well, right? For any single day, if they are getting losses, they'll be getting some sort of depression for that. So in order to avoid that, what you can do, you can do one thing is, let's say you have 10,000 capital. You can do one thing. If you want this refund of this 10,000 capital, first you can aim for making this capital double. That means another 10,000. And once this 10,000 is achieved, you just simply remove your initial 10,000 investment and now simply trade with this 10,000 and keep on growing this 10,000 amount to your 1 lakh capital, and never ever remove do any withdrawal after that. उसके बाद आप कोई withdrawal नहीं करना है आपको. Initial investment को पहले आप remove करने का कर सकते हैं, that is fine to do, but after that whatever your macro goal is, you have to work upon, start achieving your macro goal targets accordingly. This thing is getting clear, right? So there should not be funds withdrawal before macro goals is achieved, and you are good to start doing, and doing, start doing well in the market also accordingly, right? So ये points आपको write down करने हैं. And just one last update, that was all about today's session. We are opening up our registration for a market profile course, which is starting from first week of January, wherein we will be teaching you 6 weeks of intense live learning classes. There will be clarification session during live market. There will also be access to private live trading sessions that we conduct regularly for our students. There will also be access to course content. You can access the course content from anywhere, from mobile, desktop, laptop, and we will be giving you, you can also repeat the course once in 6 months. Private channel membership will also be given within this course, and EMI option is also available in order to enroll for this course that we are teaching. And yeah, if you want to know further about it, I'll not be wasting much time of yours on this part, but you can, yes, reach us on this part. There is 1 year online support once you join this course. There are so many benefits out of it. If you are interested to know about what I teach, you can definitely reach us, and we will definitely give you, our support team will definitely guide you on what are the features that are that we are going to teach, what are the analysis that we are going to teach, what are the services that we are going to provide in our upcoming batch of market profile. Okay, so this is our number, 88514 Simply write down WhatsApp message if you want to detail, if you want to know the detail of the course. I can do one thing, I can drop this link, that is market profile course link, in the chat to everyone, and you can simply read it out. Okay, let me do one thing, I'll send it across to all of you. Guys, you can see in your chat box, I have sent you the link for this course that we are going to teach you. All the content and everything is mentioned here in this link. You can read it out, and if you find comfortable to talk to us, you can drop us message here on this link, WhatsApp message, 88514 69399, and yes, our team will definitely connect with you, and they will give you explanation and services that we are going to provide in this course. All right, this is starting from first week of January. So if you want to get early enrollment benefits, you can talk to us anytime you want. All right, जो लोग early enrollment करेंगे उनको definitely they will be receiving more benefits. Okay, so that's all from my side, guys, for today. Thank you for giving your time. I have and thank you for I tried finishing up this webinar within 1 hour itself, and I hope this was a very good learning for all of you.